Hey, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Gym of All Trades channel. Glad you stopped by. Hey, we're going to be looking at Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin this morning. All the charts are looking kind of the same, and I want to just kind of give you an update on what's going on in the market. Tell you the what I'm looking at, and as far as trading, and tell you the targets I'm looking at, as well as the potential Elliott wave setups here. The market's been slowly moving down, and so we want to, and it's coming right down to our targets. So the question is there more downside? Are our targets correct, or are we going to be heading more? So we'll look at that and see if we can figure out if the market's telling us anything right now. If this is your first time stopping by, glad you stopped by. Every day you're going to get market calls here. You're going to get analysis of the Elliott waves and get a projection for the day's trading, so that you won't be left not knowing what might be going on. I specialize in Elliott wave trading, and I also specialize in just teaching people smart practices with trading as well. All right, so let's just jump into the charts. Okay, we'll start with Litecoin this morning. Um, Looking at the macro count, let me zoom out here. This is a completed ABC. It looks very completed to me. I'm, it's still a potential that that's a one, two, three, four, and this is the four wave, or we're making the four wave and coming down for five. I'm not really digging that. Just so right now, I'm looking at an A, B, and a C. This is finished, and we've had a rebound now. So the question is, what is this? Whenever you're in a current wave situation, all you need to do is ask yourself, what do you see? Do you see five waves? Do you see three waves? If you see five waves, you need to expect three waves to the opposite direction, and then another five waves opposite that. So zooming back in here, question is, what is this right here? Is that five waves? Is that three waves? Well, when I look at it, this is the way I've been interpreting it. We got one, two, all that's three, four, and five right there. It looks like five waves to me. The other, actually, the way I've been interpreting it is this. Sorry, that's there we go. One, two, three, four, and an extended fifth wave. We got one, two, three, four, and five right there. Now, that could be incorrect. This we always want to ask ourselves as Elliott wave traders, what else could it be? I suppose this might be one, two, three. So an ABC. I can't see it. Every time I try to see it, I can't see it. I really, really have a hard time to see that any other way than five waves. So I'm just going to stick with it. It measures like five waves as well. I mean, it measures so well. If we throw the fibs on it just to kind of give us some clarity here, you got the third wave. You got the third wave that comes up to the 2618 right here. That's a beautiful extended third wave right there from the first. So we got one, two. We got an extended third wave here. Came down for four, and then we've got a nice extended fifth wave, which measures when you measure from the whole length of the three and the four. It's a one-to-one extension, and that's a perfect extended fifth wave. Extended fifths are a one-to-one extension from the one to the three. So that's measuring really great. So I'm sticking with that. That's five waves. That means I'm looking for three waves to the downside. Well, I was expecting a little bit of a deeper four, but and it became a little confusing. But let's count this wave and see what we got going on here. But what I'm counting right now is that we've got one. Yeah, don't you see it? There it is. Let's try again. We've got one, two, three, four, five. That's your A wave. Five waves in the A. Okay. There's three waves here in B. Okay. And now we need five waves in the C. And this question is, do we have five waves in the C? Well, let's check it out. One, two. That whole thing is three, four, and five. Let's see if we can measure that wave right here. See how it measures. 2618, bottom of three, retrace for four. That looks about 30% of that three. and then it's coming down for 5. This is beautiful, guys. It's coming right. We're finishing up 5 waves right in here, right to our target. We're looking good to go long here with the stop loss, with the stop under, I would say, this low right here. So I'm long already, um, and stop will be underneath this area, right there. If you're looking on your phone, that's about $86. Let me throw the fibs on that. Just here's A. So the fibs on that whole move. B. Yeah, I would say actually the stop needs to be under $85. Just the 1618 extension there. So yeah, I mean, just the way it's looking, the way I'm interpreting this is that we're looking good. Oh, excuse me. Uh, to go long for a C wave or a 3 wave. The only thing that troubles me about this, and very aware of market maker shenanigans, is this wave right here. I'm calling a B wave. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let me just say I don't like it. So what do you do with it? Well, it comes up 50% of this A wave. So I mean, right now, I guess it's okay. I just and it measures fine on the extensions. I just got a bad, you know, I don't like it. But uh, trading isn't always perfect. You don't always have the willy nillies there. You don't always have the good feelings about your trade. You just kind of, what I've learned to do is take the shape and take the measurement. And if shape and measurement are there, you got generally a good idea. Even if the waves don't always look right, market makers are great about printing candles that are hard to interpret. Okay. So, yeah, we're looking good to go long here. That's what I'm doing. I'm not giving you advice, by the way. This is not financial advice. I'm telling you how I trade, okay? And so I'm sharing with you my trade. I'm telling you where I've entered. I've entered down here, and this box right here was my target. I shared yesterday. If you want to watch yesterday's video to know that I called that target prior to this video, you can watch that, especially if you're new. And if you've been around a while, you know I've been calling 91 to $88, and we came down and tagged 88.50. Um, so yeah, we've got a great entry here. Now it's kind of going kind of slow. So huh, here's the reservation of me. It feels like we might have a little bit more downside to go, um, but we'll have to wait and see. Wait and see. Let's look at this wave right here. If this is an A, B, C, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count and see if we got 5 waves in the fifth here. Um, we got 1, 2, 3. 3 is here. 4 is here. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess that's 3, 4, making 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty complete, guys. I mean, and we're starting to make a push up. Either this is a 4 wave and we're going to come down for one more push to the downside, or this is the 1 wave. Either way, if you've missed your entry, just kind of wait for a little bit of a pullback, and then you can look to enter. That's the way I always do it. You hit a bottom here and it comes up. Let me just show you. You hit a bottom here and then it kind of comes up and you think it's running away from you. Um, Listen, all you got to do is just wait for it a little bit. See how it pulled back, rather than enter up here. Wait for this pullback and you get a better position. You got to wait a little longer, but you get a better position and you're not in the trade as long. So yeah, let me just talk to you about this right here and how we knew that our exit was at $95. I called that in the Litecoin swing trading community yesterday. I told people to be looking for about $95 to exit. Um, right here, when we measure this A wave to the B wave here, you can see how 95.46 was just a one-to-one extension right there, which correlates right here with this structure. It made so once we had this resistance here, and then it couldn't make it any higher. You've got this wave here, and it just wouldn't go any higher past this one-to-one extension and this structure. You kind of knew to get out of your trade, and you had plenty of opportunity. You had a down push and a retrace. There was an opportunity. You had another down push and you had a retrace. There was another opportunity to get out. So there's plenty of opportunity to get out of that trade and take your little profit. That was a nice little scalp trade if you made it. Just for a couple of bucks. Sometimes you can just scalp those for $3, $4, $5 a Litecoin. So yeah, so be careful here. We might have another push down before. Now let's just talk about a bear scenario or a bad scenario, because again, we're always looking at other scenarios. And this analysis is going to be basically my analysis for all the coins, whether it's Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin, because they're all doing the same thing and they're all so I'm not going to spend as much time on Ethereum as Bitcoin. But basically, what else could be? I mean, we could be making a 1, 2, 3, but here's the problem I have with that. This isn't deep enough. So if this is going to be a three wave, it needs to come down here to the 1618. And if it's a three wave, then we're going to have a 4 and a 5, and then we're going to have a two wave coming up, and then we're going to be going down. So we don't have to freak out, about what's going on. You don't have to worry and wonder, so this is kind of a slow trudge down. I'm thinking we're getting a reversal here, but if we don't get the reversal and we come down even lower, then we're gonna have to re-examine this, and this is probably gonna be have to interpret it as a three wave, and then this is gonna have to be interpreted as maybe a final fifth wave down to the downside. But still, even then, we've got a great trade setting up to the upside for three waves. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we'll be still looking for a great trade, but we just have a better entry down here in the 70 to $75 mark. $70 range. Just guessing right there. So anyway, yeah, we're always thinking about trades and what trades are setting up, but I'm looking at this trade here. Now, what are our targets to the upside here? Now this could take a couple of forms. So let me just share with you the forms that it could take. You have to be mindful that this could be just an ABC. Okay, and if it's just an ABC, it's going to be a nice trade, but it's going to be it's not going to be it's not going to be huge. It's going to be we're going to be looking at 121 to 130. Okay. 121 to 130, and that's where we'd be looking to take profit, and that's a fantastic trade, trading from $90, 88, $90 to that. That's a fantastic trade to the upside, worth trading. So it could be an ABC, but what else could it be? It could be, if we're correct about the upside, it could be a one. This could be a one wave, followed by a 2, and then we're coming up for 3. That's 141, but we're not done. There'd be a 4-wave pullback, and we'd be going up to the 160 range. But this 3 also could be extended up here to the 2618. Oh, would I love to see that? Would that be beautiful? Yes, it would. And then we'd be looking up to the 180 range. So yeah, you have to understand that these things are likely or impossible. Let me just zoom out so you can kind of see that in context. The shape, the angle is probably a little off, but you can see. Let me just extend this trend line out a little bit. You can see that wouldn't be so out of character, would it? For what we've been doing. So that would be fantastic if that's what we get as a this would be a one wave. That would be a big one wave, followed by 2 of the 3. So this is a 1 of the third wave, of this larger third wave. So let me just show you that for a minute, because that's exciting. All right, so we'd be looking at this. We'd be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your one wave. Okay, so yeah, that's looking awesome. Now that's a potential. We'll have to wait and see. I don't want to get pie in the sky too quickly. Okay, but yeah, this trade is looking good. And so is Ethereum, and so is Bitcoin as well. They're all kind of doing the same thing. You can see how I've thrown the fibs on this. We've come down to the one-to-one extension, and we're getting a bit of a bottom here. You can kind of see how we're double bottoming, like we often do when we get bounces here. You can see these little double bottoms here that Bitcoin likes to do here. We still could get a little bit of a push down, but this is looking close to finished at the one-to-one extension. I did call 96 to 99 yesterday, and we have hit that as well. We've hit our target there. So what's the target that we're looking for to the upside? If we go to the upside, let me just give you some upside targets here. Um, Upside targets for Bitcoin here. If it's an ABC, you want to be looking for about $11,900 is your first target for if it's an ABC. Um, Yeah, let me just go ahead and put a box up here. It's going to be 11,900 to 12,500 in that ballpark. Okay. Now, if this is a 1, 2, 3, we're looking a lot higher, up to the $13,000 range. If we get an extended third, you could go up here to 15,000 as well. So just understand that this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like I just showed you in Litecoin. Same deal here, guys. If this is a finished ABC, we're heading up. But we have to be careful of a possibility that I've that I have not interpreted this wave properly. That this is actually a three-wave ABC, and that this is a 1, 2. We're making a 3 down to the downside. You have to understand that that is a possible interpretation, because remember, Elliott wave is dependent upon the Elliotician and his ability to interpret the waves, and it is made more difficult by the market makers who print difficult waves to interpret. So they know the deal, and so we're really just trying our best to interpret the waves. We're counting and measuring and doing everything that we can. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure we get it right and be ready for if we're wrong. And that's the way I talk. And so I think I got a snide comment yesterday, but what if this and this and this? Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm preparing for trades. I tell everybody I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. I can just take the information that I've been given. I can take Elliott wave principles and I can apply them and make projections as to what I think might happen. But I also have to prepare for different scenarios. Like if I'm wrong, what am I going to do? How am I going to stop this trade out? What am I plan? What is my plan? Where's my next entry if I'm wrong? And I always want to be thinking about that as a trader, and so do you. I'm not here promising perfect calls here, guys, because I'm not making calls really. I'm just taking the information, interpreting it, and delivering it to you so you can trade in a better way. No trader knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. No technical analyst knows what's going to happen. We're only making projections based upon what we're seeing. Now, some of us are better than others looking at what's going on and then projecting what's happening. And some of us are more accurate in what we're looking at. So hopefully that's what you're going to find on this channel. All right, let's look at Ethereum quickly. And same thing. We've come down. We've come down and hit. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Let me get that out of the way. We've come down and hit the one-to-one extension here. We have a possibility of going down to the 1276. So I called yesterday this box at 204 to 209 or to 210 in that ballpark. That's what I called yesterday, and we have come down to that. So the question is this done? Well, if this is A, B, C, I don't like the wave delineation, but it's there. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we need to come down a little bit more in Ethereum. We have a strong likelihood, guys, of making another push to the low on all three of these guys. Looks like we're in the 4 wave of all of them. We're finishing up the 5th wave of C. So yeah, that's kind of I'm thinking. Again, that's where I am. I am already long. In these, I have a stop loss placed in the proper location. So when this becomes invalidated to the downside and it starts going down, I can get out and stop my losses and wait for a better entry. Okay. You say, why? Let me just take a second and answer this question. Why do we stop it out rather than wait it out? Well, for me, I like to preserve my cash, because no matter where, as if I stop my trade here, even if I stop it in a loss, if price continues going down, I'm holding cash, and that means I'm actually, as every time it continues going down, I'm making money. I'm not making money. What I'm doing is preserving money I would have lost had I held that trade and just waited for it to come back. And so that's a video I'm going to be making in the future. I've got 3 trading principles that as long as I sell, if I sell and it goes down, I've made money. If I buy and it goes up, I've made money. No matter whether I'm in a net loss or a net gain at the end of the day. Um, this is the way I think of as a trader. So I'm always trying to preserve my cash so I can have a better entry down at the lower side, wait for a better trade. So if I was wrong up here, we wait for a better trade, and that's what we're doing. So this is where I'm looking. This is a high probability zone here. It's a good entry as far as I'm concerned, and then you're looking to go up. Now, if it goes down, we'll stop it out. We'll reevaluate the situation. No trade is ever a perfect. Yeah, I know for a fact that it's going to be a perfect trade. I've never get those. Okay, let's measure the upside for Ethereum and see what we've got going on. Looks like our target up here is going to be about 254 to 266. If it's an ABC, if it continues as a 123, it's looking more like 282 would be our third wave, and we'd be heading up higher than that. All right, that's a long enough video for today. I hope that was helpful analysis for you. You guys like and subscribe, share the content, show some love in the comments, please. If you're first time, let me know this is your first time, and let me know what you thought about the video. If there are any other chart requests, let me know. I've got a couple of chart requests. I think what I'm going to do is make Saturday my chart request day. So all week I'll take chart requests. I might do a live stream on Saturday or something like that in the afternoon or something. We'll see, and I'll just take chart requests and tell you what I think is going on. And we might make Saturday or Sunday a live stream day, and we'll do chart requests like that. I don't know. We're gonna have some fun here, but I want to make it a channel you guys enjoy watching and like that. So you guys have a fantastic. What is today? Today's Tuesday. Hard to get through Tuesday, but tomorrow's Hump Day. We'll make it over the hump, and weekend's coming around. All right, you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Talk to you later. Bye bye.